Sorry, it was a big thing last night.
Welcome back. Part 2, episode 13, the hot springs. So, we left off when we kind of got interrupted. Sorry about all that. So, Zasmine just grew this interesting plant that you've never seen before.
It's weed.
We don't know.
I want to see if it's edible.
It has a very herbal flavor to it. But yes, it definitely is edible. How much are you eating?
She just finds like one nug and like picks up a small one.
And just eats the nug?
She doesn't know if it's poisoned or not, so.
I want to make sure she doesn't.
So you watch her eat one of the nugs off the plant.
Might have been a little too much to chew, but you'll love it.
Like, what is this?
It'll help you relax in any circumstance.
Make a constitution roll?
For
If
your
I'm there, do I recognize what it is?
Save
Just...
it?
No, just a constitution roll. So this is her over on the other side of the cottage after fixing the boat.
Okay.
I have no ad for my constitution, so I just.
Okay.
I'm
A
standing
few
there,
moments later,
knowing what this
your
plan-
body feels heavy, but still light. You start kind of feeling giggly and tingly.
Oh, great.
You go to move, and it's like, well, that wasn't right.
A little hungry.
I know what this plant is because I did a nature check in past. So I'm gonna look at you. How does eating drugs taste?
I
and
know
feel.
now, or
No.
Okay.
The size bud wouldn't knock you out. It would.
Okay.
You would have quite the body high. That's at that amount with no tolerance, failing your saving throw. Yeah, that's basically in the couch, but you're standing. So once you sit down, you're probably not getting back up for a while. But you're kind of sitting there, kind of bobbing and weaving. Of course, to you, you seem perfectly steady. Okay, but the world seems to be kind of waving and moving as you guys can now see her kind of.
I'm gonna look over him because I saw the exchange. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What was the potency of that?
Nah, it's not that good of stuff.
You sure?
Well, yeah, but now that I know she can do that, we're gonna get some good shit later.
So I'm taking it you're.
You
gonna
guys all
join
see
us.
this conversation going between the two of them too.
Well, I heard something about, you guys are on your way south. I gotta go that way anyway.
Seed.
We're way more
Up the
west, but
You are
gonna
so
go south
stoned
like
right
before?
now that thought can't even come to your head.
You guys mind grabbing another?
I look over
She's
it. Well,
just
she's
gonna start
out of
poking
it.
around.
Yeah.
You're not
So
even fully aware of their conversation. You just hear
Fully aware
mumble,
much.
mumble, mumble.
Are you from these parts? My character asks you.
It's up to you.
I'm not sure where the hell we are.
You're at the hot springs. Tiefling, the Tiefling kingdom to the east of Foxfield is ruled by Tieflings. And there are a few outskirts. There's the wastelands in between the swamps and Foxfield, where there's a couple outcropping of areas. There's a bunch of island nations south. There's another continent to the south. There's also the Crystal Plains that are to the south that you could have come from.
Bless you.
I'm outside from this capital city.
Alright. Well, we're already pretty big
What
caravan.
capital?
The Tiefling capital.
so
Okay.
You traveled
Foxfield.
from past
So you're from Foxfield?
I'm just gonna look
Is that
at
a
you.
little ways outside of there?
So you're
Yeah,
from Foxfield.
Foxfield is a shit kingdom. Everyone makes fun of it.
It's
That's
also
okay.
the one.
And it's ruled by Tieflings.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
So,
Okay. So, yeah, he says he's from Foxfield.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. So aren't we?
Make a perception roll. History, actually.
Stop. With advantage.
Never mind.
No idea.
Never heard of you guys before. Not a clue.
Yeah,
Hit with my
Foxfield
bonus.
sucks, doesn't it?
It's a shithole. That's
It
why
is
I
a
left.
shithole.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It is like that, but
it
like
is kinda like
decrepit
that.
and
Their main export is like leathers and meats from like all the dire animals throughout their kingdom. they're basically Stone Age living. Compared to some of the other places you probably would have seen out traveling at this point, that like the hot spring here, lavishly appointed, indoor plumbing. Could never dream of indoor plumbing back in Foxfield. You were lucky if there was an outhouse instead of just going out the window.
That's why I come here a lot.
Okay, Zasmine had some decency. She had a bucket that she used it, and I just threw it out the window.
I carried out around my shit bucket.
It's a chamber pot. You gotta use the right terminology, then it doesn't sound so nasty.
Wouldn't sound as funny either, though.
I know too much about
My
filling
character's gonna-
buckets with shit.
So I say that if you don't mind the company, it's up to
She's a
Party
little.
leader. But
well,
she's a little out of it right now.
so I'm in charge now. Because you're out of it.
You're higher than a kite.
You're higher than a kite. Your character's higher than a kite, and I'm kind of second in charge. We've talked about this.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm in charge right now.
Actually,
Yeah,
she don't know. She doesn't remember nothing.
This plant, okay, make a wisdom roll.
That was the
It burns
agreement.
well.
Oh, it burns real well.
1.
One.
You're looking at this plant and you're like, I want to burn it.
Can I just take off a nug and
I
hand
want
it
to
to
burn
him?
it.
Can I take off a nug from the plant
Do
and
it.
hand it to him?
Burn it.
You have no idea he has this thought process going on.
Fire. Smoke.
It's
Fun
metagame.
time.
All right, tell you what. Make an insight check at disadvantage.
No.
Inquisitively.
10.
Nope.
No.
You're looking at this plant.
Stop.
Can I do an intelligence
She just
check?
grew it. I wonder how well it would burn.
Can I do an intelligence check to or like a perception check to see if he's around? Because even if
That was the insight check.
to see if he was around.
Well, since everyone seems to be standing over there, I'm just gonna walk over to about a bit of it and ask if you have a pipe. Because
But of course.
I said pipe.
Hey, lighter, come here.
I can handle that for you.
I was gonna say I don't have matches. Like,
We have a living match.
Yeah, he also can make himself do the same thing.
do you spark it?
Oh, hell yeah.
I hit the shit out of it, and I just keep passing it back and forth while they're doing
It's
different-
fresh and green,
Oh, beautiful.
Sorry, buddy.
not aged,
Sorry, buddy.
not properly cured or dried.
And it'll burn.
Yeah, no, but-
So make a Constitution roll.
Kissing me too.
Yeah, 21.
It tastes pungent.
Sorry.
You're not feeling anything.
And it's too wet, but smoking.
We can try it as we go.
They're smoking stuff.
I'm gonna take off a
15.
couple buds and just kind of put it in my bag.
Ow.
Imagine if that whole plant was smoking.
Probably
Can
wouldn't
I
be
roll
happy
another
if
constant? Can I roll
burn
to see if
the
I can try to
whole
snap out of it?
Okay.
But
Disadvantage.
I'll jump up and grab a piece off to try to burn.
That's gonna be entertaining.
Make a dex check.
You okay?
What am I adding to it?
Con? At disadvantage?
Oh yeah, okay, so 9.
11.
9?
Yeah.
11.
11?
Yeah.
You grab it, okay, and the whole plant bends over as it doesn't
You said
quite
9 and he said
release
11, so I went-
as you drop back down.
Do I see this?
Oh, yeah.
Want some help?
Yes!
Like, go over with my nails and just kind of cut off a nug and hand it to him.
Okay. All of a sudden, you feel much heavier as your weight returns to you. And you're holding a nug in taking up both of your hands.
I will ignite it.
Okay.
This will be entertaining.
Are you trying to incinerate it quickly, or are you trying to slow
I
burn
want to
it?
light it and light it on fire and see what happens as it,
So
burns.
what I'm asking is how much fire? Are you going to go a little bit and see how little it takes for it to burn, or are you just going to incinerate it?
A little bit. I'm curious about this plan.
All right, make a wisdom roll.
Does he see us smoking it out of the pipe?
Yeah,
Okay.
when he looks up.
18.
Okay, you're able to slowly warm up your hands and heat it so that it starts smoldering before it actually catches fire. It smells good.
Puff that in.
burning in your hands.
Yeah, I just commented that. Just put your face over it as you're heating it and breathe.
Okay. Now, since everyone's standing together, I need you guys to make, actually everyone make a constitution check.
13.
7.
7 as well.
What am I rolling?
Constitution.
17.
Like we're both in trouble.
14.
6.
15.
You rolled worse than us.
No.
Do I
It
get
smells
bonus?
so good. It's so nice.
Guys.
You're feeling so relaxed. Make another wisdom check.
Okay.
I think.
See if you maintain the heat.
8.
10 total.
10?
Yeah.
As you're relaxing, you're not controlling it quite as much. Okay? As you get a burst of flame in your hands, incinerating the rest of it into a large puff of smoke.
Oh my goodness.
So the two that pass their constitution check make another one.
I like how
Now, do I get a
14?
bonus? I've been doing this for a while.
oblivious.
You'll get a bonus to being able to act under the
Did
influence.
14 clear it?
Yeah, so you and Steve both make a roll.
21.
I rolled 2. Thank you. Thank you.
It's good. Okay, you've seen this stuff before. It's not bad. Okay, it doesn't really seem to be affecting you much. Yeah, you breathe in this last puff of smoke, and you start hacking like crazy. And the three of you make another Constitution roll at disadvantage.
3.
18.
Rolled a 3 at disadvantage.
9.
18 at disadvantage.
I rolled this 19 and a 17.
I got a 1.
9.
Okay. You,
I was kind of aiming for that.
okay,
Get out of your way, bud.
the ground feels so soft as your body meets it quickly.
Yay!
And it smells good. It's cool. It's soft. There's a piece of grass sticking in your nose,
You don't care.
but it tickles. And it's kind of weird.
Can she move her head so the grass isn't poking
Not right
her?
now.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
It's like a brick
You-
up there.
Look down at your hand. Oh, okay, away. As you fall down to your knees too. You're like, oh, the ground is comfy.
Curl up on the ground like a cat.
Okay. You kind of snap yourself to a little bit more soberish. Okay. When you stop coughing, the entire world is fuzzy.
Would my resistance to, or not my resist, my immunity to poison and stuff kind of...
It's not a poison.
Not a poison.
It's if you're immune to mind altering effects, then yeah. But which is why he's having so much trouble too. But no, all of you have a really. This is more than drunk.
I'm mellow.
Yeah.
I snapped out of it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Anybody want to hit the buffet?
I'm down for that.
I'll go. I mean,
I don't think
food.
these. I don't think
Can I
these
try to
three
get
can
up?
move.
is Buck making that round?
You don't see them.
Food.
I look over at her and I'm like, I would ask you if you knew where your henchmen were, but that's probably not going to be answerable at the moment.
Could you help me bring him to where we're staying?
So
You look up and go,
Yeah.
No.
I'll let you guys choose the two that are like almost passed out. You can either make a Constitution check to try and sober yourself up a bit to get up, or you can make a Wisdom check to see if you can will yourself to get up even though the world is all fuzzy and spinning.
So con check becomes sober, or wisdom check to forcibly stand up at the mention of food.
No wisdom.
You too, Fee.
Okay.
11.
What am I voting for?
You stand up, okay, and your head feels like all of a sudden it's floating, and then you get this slight falling sensation.
Either
Ground
a
is still so
constitution check
soft.
to see if you sober up, or a wisdom check to force yourself up at the mention of food.
15?
For what? Constitution.
Which one did you do?
wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, you force yourself up. The world is fuzzy. It's spinning a little bit, but you're able to kind of focus. as everyone's starting to walk away towards the main house.
Actually, do I see him trying to get up?
You see him get up, kind of look around, eyes roll up in the back of his head for a moment as he falls back down.
I'm just gonna go over to him and pick him up.
I walk over to her and kind of guide her forward. Just kind of walk up behind her. It seems the most simple way. Grab her and just kind of walk her down the path toward
I'm
the
just gonna
house
just
for food.
pick
I
him
yell
up
out,
and
"Follow me, guys! The light's this way."
No.
I'm
I
carrying
look over at you and
I'm
Jericho and tell you we are an
carrying him.
interesting group.
He's not.
This is not.
This
Oh, no,
just got better.
I thought he was going for food too, so he's probably walking with us. Yeah.
So as you approach the main house, okay, two of you can roll with advantage. Not you. The two of the past completely stoned ones. Roll with advantage. Constitution roll.
Yes. You are just dolls.
Me?
Yeah.
So take this 11 and your Constitution.
Seriously, stop.
13.
13.
I'm still carrying him.
Food. Oh, that smells good. Spiced
17.
meats. Same food. Oh, that smells good. Spiced meats. You're oddly, you can smell that it seems like baked and cooked vegetables with spices you've never smelled before. It's intoxicating. So you go in, you guys see this main entry that we had talked about before. So many comfy pillows and chairs, but the food smells so good.
I'll walk into the dining room.
You go into the dining area and you see that there's a couple people set up on that open window line, just with a small tray in front of them, grabbing different things as they go. And about 2/3 of the tables are full.
I'm gonna find us some empty seats.
Okay, so you're gonna find the empty seats?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm still carrying him.
okay, let's go around. What are you
No,
doing?
just
I'm gonna
like
help
a baby.
grab for the people staying
Because
behind,
that's what she sees you as right now.
finding tables.
Nobody's staying behind at this point. She's going off to find a table.
I don't know
Yeah,
where he's leading me, so.
They're not grabbing the grub though, right?
Not yet. We have to
So
find
you
seats
guys
first.
just came into the main house.
Yes.
You turned over into the dining room.
Mhm.
Okay, when you got into the dining room, she went off to go grab a table for everyone. And now we're going to you. What are you doing?
Go with them.
You're going to go with her to find the table?
Yeah. Sounds
Okay,
like
he goes with you to help find a table.
I'm
You-
carrying him like a baby.
Yeah.
Just
help out with the carrying. Yeah.
I have him.
It's a
covered.
comfy ride, but the food smells really good. And you kind of want some.
I'm pretty sure even if he sat on one of the chairs, he'd still be too small for the table.
Fee, what are you doing?
Booster seats here.
No, I'm just gonna have you on my
Can
lap.
I try to see if I can sober up quickly
Ask
or
for booster
something?
seats because that'd be hilarious.
The food line's right there.
I'm just gonna keep you on my lap and just feed you.
You could try to make another constitution roll. You're at this point. At this point, you're really stoned, but you're able to function.
You're my child now.
7.
That would make it worse.
Yeah.
So, no, trying to sober up doesn't work, but the food at least smells good. So, you gonna try and grab any?
I'm gonna try to slowly walk over.
Okay.
If she's
And you're
leading me,
helping?
I just guide her over to what direction she's moving.
When you get to the buffet, as you couldn't see this until you got up to the window, but right behind the window are like display cases of meats, vegetables, noodle dishes, foods the likes of which you've never seen. What looks to be cooked giant bugs, almost. Seafood, soups, chowders. You didn't know that there were this many types of bread.
I know. I feel your pain. I'm like in my stomach.
Can I
I'm
go
getting
look at the
hungry.
bread?
Yeah. So the lady behind, another good-sized tiefling female, hands you a tray. Now, what would you like, dearies?
Food.
Yeah.
So you like meats, potatoes, veggies, and you
Yeah.
too, sir. And he hands you a tray.
I grab myself just
And
an
you?
assortment.
Did you come over to the food?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hands you a tray too. What would you all like?
Except for me.
Potatoes, meat, veggies, just an assortment.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna try to do. Grab you guys something.
You have no idea what you want, do you, dear?
I've never seen this much food. Just be honest, I've never seen this much food.
I've never seen that much bread before. There's a lot of bread there.
So, all right, here's what I'll do for you then. I'll make you a sampler. And she cuts off a slice of each type of bread for you, okay, and hands you a plate that you put on your tray with all of these slices of bread, and then hands you a small bowl with butter.
Okay, that works.
What else can I get you, dear? Soup, salad, meat, potatoes, veggies, noodles. We have some fresh seafood over here, some king crab, some lobster, some scorpion.
Scorpion?
Hi. Very popular with many of our guests.
No, I was picking scorpion.
Oh, sure. And you scorpion legs that are about yay long. And a scorpion tail that's about yay long.
I'm gonna save some of it for later.
I like them better in the pot.
And as you look over, it doesn't take you too long to find the shiny boy and the Skeksies standing over a table.
Still holding him because I don't think he's.
So
tall
you're getting
enough
a
to
wide
see
assortment, and you, I think, do roughly the same.
anything.
And we'll just skip ahead. So you guys go get food too.
Yeah.
It's so Nasaj, for you to rate this food, it would be within the top 10 places you've ever ate. Easily. Maybe even top 5.
Damn.
For the rest of you, you have never tasted food like this before. Well, you have, because you've been there a few nights.
What?
So you also know that there's a hidden pastry counter over to the side.
That'll be the next plate.
I would have probably smelled that out.
Pastries are in containers in order to keep them fresh because they're sold throughout the day and distributed throughout the day. And the overwhelming smell of spiced potatoes, spiced meats, breads.
So, knowing he's been here for a couple days, I'm gonna look over you. Is there anything sweet
Plenty.
here that they serve?
Come here. Follow me.
I'll get up. I'll put him
Honey
in the
barbecue
seat.
roasted octopus.
Yep.
Not worry.
If they don't have it prepared, they will make it for you within a few minutes.
So I'm following him because
Good
he's
thing
leaving me
Mike
where
Yeah.
his foods are.
You have
Doesn't
never seen
eat.
it. Remember in the Elven City, you were amazed at the delicacy shops that sold all the pastries? That was the most amazing thing you'd ever seen. Okay, this makes it look like a corner stand in
I'm
a
just gonna
marketplace.
let a single tear fall from my eye. Just like, I am in heaven.
There
Am I
are
die? Am I dead?
there are
You can
cases
get a
of
sampler
cakes,
it so you can get a
cases of different fruit pastries, cases of tubular things with some kind of frosting on it with stuff gooping out of it that you've never seen before. Cookies you've never seen before.
What are cookies?
You've had cookies you would know.
Yeah.
They're a simplistic thing. It's hardtack. Okay, only you add sugar and now they're cookies.
Cakes. Sweet breads.
Yeah.
Is there someone behind the stand?
Yeah,
Make a little bit of
I'm
bacon.
guessing they're probably looking at me.
a young boy who's just kind of staring at you.
candy jar.
Is there chocolate cake?
You've never had chocolate,
Is there some form of cake?
but yes, there is.
I'm gonna point. Can I have a slice?
You see one that looks like dark fudgy. You can't help but think back to the black moss liquor.
I'm gonna be like, can I get a slice of that, please?
Sure. You want a big slice or little slice? How big you want?
Big slice. About. I'm gonna use my fingers just like a size, so like, yay big.
Okay.
No, not like my Skeksies like hands, but like metagaming, like yay big.
Oh, he makes it size to your Skeksies hands, about a quarter of a cake. Okay. As he puts it up, he's like 7 years old. Okay, and you want some ice cream with that?
What's ice cream?
You've never had ice cream.
I'm from Foxfield.
So, with the chocolate fudge vanilla overload, you're definitely going to want the vanilla to offset it. Hold on. And he goes around the corner, comes back a few moments later with a small dish with these like round dollops of white stuff in it and a spoon sticking out of it. Puts it up there.
I'm gonna pull, because I'm guessing they do accept tips here. I'm gonna pull out a silver piece and tip him a silver piece.
Ooh, thank you. My pleasure to serve.
Looking that entire plate of cake must have been a workout for that point.
And then I'm gonna grab the cake and ice cream and walk
It's a
away.
3-tier chocolate fudge, like Vesuvius overload cake with black moss tiding around the edges.
I'm gonna go back on the table, sit in my seat, plop it down.
You all see her come with a quarter of this large-ass huge cake. Okay, you two recognize ice cream. You have a chance of recognizing ice cream. You never would have paid attention because it would have been melted by the time it got to you.
That's true.
It's
All right. So dinner is wonderful. You also find that a few moments after you guys start, one of the Tiefling girls comes up and starts playing lute and instrument, keeping dinner music going. They start singing different chanties that you've never heard before. You're used to this. There's nightly entertainment. There's also dancers in the late night for cocktails, although the cocktails were expensive. And the other fun thing is the nightly swim in the upper lake that everyone goes to, because the upper lake is considered a communal bath. So this is what you're aware of. If anyone had paid it any real attention, you probably would have seen the schedule in the main foyer. So anything else you guys want to do at dinner time?
After enjoying this large piece of cake.
Yeah,
I have probably no problem finishing it.
it makes your beak hurt. It's that sweet.
I have to finish the bread.
And you go to take a big dollop of the white,
It's cold.
and you get a brain freeze. Imagine a Skeksies with a brain freeze.
Just mouth open, just.
Something's attacking my head. Warm me up.
Cuts to 5 minutes
So,
later, building's burning down. Well,
The
that wasn't
only
a good idea.
the two of you would realize what's going on. So all of you all of a sudden see her throw her head up in the air and start screaming in pain after eating this. It must be poison.
Rookies.
Do I notice any of this, or am I still passed out?
No, you're seeing this. You've woken up
Uncivilized.
enough. You just haven't gone to go get food yet.
Can I look around to see where she got it from?
Very concerned.
And I'm gonna say cold!
Yeah, you all find out about the a la carte on the side. So yeah, you can get pastries, ice cream, everything else. So you've been awarded the cottage. After dinner, are you guys going to rest for the night, or did you want to partake in any other activities?
I'm probably gonna go bathe.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I want to go hit up those.
top.
I was gonna say the cocktails or the midnight swim sounded like it was worth it.
Okay, so who's going to the swim and who's sticking around for the cocktail hour?
I'm going for the swim.
I'll stay with it.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay for cocktail.
I'm going for a swim.
Okay, so you two for cocktails.
Swim.
Swim.
I'll be the cockpit thing because I'm not going swimming.
Okay.
No, yeah, true.
And
Swimming.
okay.
You seem serious, right?
All right. So about an hour after dinner closes up,
Skeksies are bathing.
the entire dining room, they pull the tables out, and the other side of the building's like a lounge. They have Tiefling dancers, couple halfling dancers that are dancing around, giving drinks. Drinks are 2 gold apiece for a basic. The fire breather one margarita that they told you about, 4 gold. And the thing is tiny. You see someone else get it. It has a little sparkler on it.
Ooh.
No.
But other than that, it's just half-naked girls providing dancing entertainment while you drink
That's the
and get drunk.
My character's gonna go to the pastry area.
I can't get drunk, so I'm not even drinking.
Yeah.
After I enjoy the show, I just head back to the room.
Okay. So what are you doing?
He's gonna ask the little boy for the same thing that the Skeksies had, except for like a
smaller
small,
piece.
a small.
The pastry area is open 24 hours.
Okay. She's gonna stay here all night then. She's gonna go bathe and come back.
Alright, so you're gonna go up to bathe for a little bit?
Yep.
Okay.
And then come back to work.
Alright, so everyone that's up bathing. So, at least half of the guests are out here. Most are, if not completely nude, pretty damn close to it. There's like no inhibitions here. The little cart that you saw set up previously is actually now a little bar where they will send a tally for whatever drinks that you purchase if you want to drink anything alcoholic. Otherwise, they do have water and what they call their special punch available, which is actually quite refreshing and good because sooner or later during the night, you're probably all going to try it, all those that went swimming. You've had it a few times. It's better than most of their drinks. So as you are sitting there, I hate when it just pages off for me like that. So as you guys are finishing up for the night, it's getting kind of late. Most of the people have already left for the night. Who all is still at the bath? You. Did you go up to the bath too? I think. Okay.
Swimming.
Yeah. So as you're all basically moon bathing, and this hot spring, which is definitely invigorating. You can almost feel as if all of your pain and tiredness is just being sapped right out of you. Get my fan. It's kicking out my fan in order to cool off my laptop. But you can't help but feel almost a longing with it. The sadness for you has gotten a lot stronger. As people are starting to exit the pool, though, you feel it kind of sedate a little bit. Okay. And as you're standing there, you can't help but notice this old crotchety man. You've seen him come up a few times, each of the nights, roughly at the same exact time. And people talk about him. But this old, cripply man comes up, goes off to the corner of the pool, and just sits there silently, sitting in the water. So what are you guys doing? Oh, and did you want to talk to any of the other guests or anything while you're there?
The only really piquing my interest is the old man, but I don't want to disturb him.
Yeah. During the day, while you're out, you would see there's this rich couple that's walking around that are... Have you ever seen a GIF? It's a hippo person.
Oh.
Okay. Basically, imagine the Howls walking around, only as hippo people. When you overheard someone say that that's a beautiful raft, I would love to add something like that to my collection. You recognize his voice later on as the male hippo guy. You also see a dark-skinned dwarf who kind of sticks to himself and tinkers around with everything. You notice a short dragonborn who always seems to be carrying around a briefcase, and when you do catch his eye, he always seems to be trying to get someone's attention and show them what's in the briefcase.
Not suspicious.
I kind of want to find out what's in that briefcase.
You want to go approach him?
Yes.
At the bath?
Wherever he is.
Yeah, he's up at the bath.
Okay.
With his briefcase. Wearing a loincloth.
Okay.
Barely. Okay, as you approach him, he stands right up tall. You politely look up because something shifted out from under the loincloth. Good evening, and how are you this day? Wonderful, fantastic night, isn't it? Look at the stars glittering upon the sky and the moon's brightness upon us. And the light from you is simply dazzling.
I hope to be a star one day myself.
Oh, then what you really must want to do is magnify that light. Am I correct? You want to sparkle brighter than anything, don't you?
Sure. Why not?
Have you heard of any of Inertax goods?
Nope.
Oh, check these out. And he pulls up his briefcase, opens it up, and inside you see the most beautiful, shiny, faceted jewelry ever. It seems to have a glow all of its own. And there are rings, pendants, necklaces, bracelets, pins, hair ties, all kinds of weird shit. Okay? And the longer you look, the more you swear you see. So what could I interest you, a person like you in today? You want to magnify the light? Check out this. And he pulls out a brooch, and it's got a diamond easily that big in the center of it. Perfectly cut. You can see through it. In fact, as you look through it, you can see that everything that you're seeing through it is magnified.
That looks like it would work.
And it could be yours. For the low, low price today only, 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold.
Yes, sir.
Would I be able to persuade you to give it to me for almost free?
Well, sir, I cannot give away free stuff. The masters at the temple would definitely feed me alive to something that I don't want to be fed to. But we also have layaway plans and payment plans.
It's a businessman.
If you want to make a deposit, I'd be more than happy to write up the contracts. We could set up easy monthly payments from you. I could even have it automatically withdrawn from your coin purse each month.
Now that sounds cool and all. But
Yes.
I ain't looking to pay nothing.
Well, then nothing shines brightly without a little bit of polish. And no polish is free, sir.
That's not true. There's dirt. Dirt's free.
Dirt does not polish correctly. I don't care what you rub in dirt for how long, it's not going to come out like one of these, sir. But if you ever find that you do have some money and are looking to brighten up your days a little bit and enjoy some of the higher life, feel free to find me again, sir.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Did we hear this?
It's not that far off from you guys, and this guy's not quiet.
I'm gonna look over at you if you do come back over to us and be like, did you just try to swindle?
Nah.
While you're sitting down at the bar, one of the Tiefling girls comes up to you. Why aren't you drinking? Can I get you anything?
I don't have money.
Well, you're staying in a room here, correct? We could just charge it to the room, sir.
I'm child. Oh no.
Would you like me to bring you anything in particular? Our Dragon's Breath Margarita is one of our...
I want that.
Okay. And then I'll just bill that right to your room. Not a problem.
I'll take
Oh, you're in the cottage. Okay, thank you. As she looks at your bracelet.
Does it mean charge it to the room?
What do you think it means by charge it to the room?
A few moments later, she comes back with what to you looks like a decent-sized glass of this red, swirling liquid that seems to have almost like this fiery, like orange swirling within it. And this little stick sticking off of it that's just giving off little sparks.
Chug it.
Just
Make a constitution check at disadvantage.
Oh,
You're gonna need another d20. Roll them both. Take the lower.
3 or 5 with my.
Come on, don't.
You're on the floor.
You are wasted. It burns down so wonderfully. It's almost like when you drank lava back at your old home. But it doesn't leave that pit in your stomach like the lava did. Instead, the warmth just spreads out and you feel all of you warming up. Make a wisdom check.
Oh no!
Do I have to commit arson?
yes.
10.
Oh no. Please tell me one of the ladies there puts him out.
Fire extinguisher.
I'm asleep. FYI, what this is all going on. Back to the room already.
So you're the only one of the group that's in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I stayed there.
You went up to take a bath for a while.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say I wanted to change my mind to not go there.
Okay. So you don't want to be at the bar. You want to be at the bar and not at the pool.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back down to the bar, and you see him passed
I
out,
wanna see naked
and you
people.
see two of the tieflings over by him, kind of holding their hands above him, looking around like, shit, what do we do? And make a perception roll.
How should have expected I would be able to.
19?
Yeah, the floorboards around him are already blackening, and you can tell that the two tiefling girls that are there are actually redirecting the heat back into him to keep it from lighting the rest of the place on fire. They're pyromancers as well.
Ooh. My
And-
people.
Can I go up to them?
Is he with you, sir? Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Thing.
Okay, which cottage, please? We'll be happy to deliver him. It looks like he had a bit too much to drink.
You might want to put him in a cauldron first. Like just an empty one to carry him.
We find that that's not the best way to handle it, and she picks him right up, burning and all.
Okay.
Okay.
I tell her the number because I don't know what
All
number.
right, I'll bring him right out. It's not our first time dealing with this. You should have seen my little brother when he first figured it out. Burned down 3 cottages before he learned how to control it. So this is nothing. So you wake up in the morning in a bathtub.
Filled with water?
Nope.
Oh.
With
Empty.
and around the bathtub, the entire room is made out of stone. And the bathtub itself is kind of scorched.
I feel like they did put water in there, but
Okay.
they boiled it off.
And the worst scorch that you're seeing is this odd cone-shaped, blackened, gross-looking mix directly in front of your face.
You puked in your sleep.
Wonderful.
Okay. So you watch them put him in the bathtub.
Lamo.
Okay. You hear them come in. You hear the little plop. You should be fine in there.
I roll over.
And then you hear the
Maybe.
More like a whoosh.
Doubtful. Well, you are with your alertness. You can make a perception roll if you want to realize that like 4 hours later he pukes. But so up at the pool, since we have 2 people asleep or 3 already in bed, because you're going to bed, right?
Is there another bathroom in the cottage, or is there only one?
There's only one in the cottage.
Thank God we're at the bathing pool. Clean up.
I'll just go to bed.
Okay. So the 3 of you still at the pool.
She doesn't care. She just doesn't want
anything
to
else you
bathe
guys wanna do?
people.
I'm good.
Wanna
That old man
steal
that you
briefcase.
mentioned,
Yeah.
is he looking around?
He's ignoring everybody, and everybody's ignoring him as if he doesn't even exist.
I want to look at him.
Which is weird because everyone else, the staff are going up to and serving, bringing drinks and food to.
Am I being avoided too?
No.
Wow.
Staff come up to you constantly, look at you kind of expectantly, and then when you don't say anything to them, they just walk away. When you wave at anyone or just raise your hand in conversation, within a few moments, there's someone right there by your side
At some
looking at
point,
you expectingly.
I'm probably gonna get the special fruit punch that you mentioned.
Yeah.
We'll get around to
It's
that.
really sweet and good, made out of like fresh fruits and vegetables, mostly fruits. So what, you want to talk to the old man?
I'm gonna kind of when one of them comes over to take my order, I'm gonna kind of go. Why aren't you going up to him and serving him?
Oh, he's not a customer of ours. He's been here since before the temple, before the whole resort. And he still comes in here to bathe.
Oh.
Yeah, we leave him alone. He leaves us alone. I don't even know where he lives. No one's been able to follow him outside of this place. As kids, we used to follow him and try to figure it out, but then we'd always lose him in the forest a little bit or in the swamps. So no one knows where he comes from or where he goes, but You know, he doesn't hurt anyone. He doesn't bother anyone.
Is his name Cotton Eye Joe?
He doesn't really talk to anyone. So is there anything I can get you tonight?
No, that will be all. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, or are you going back to the cottage to go to bed?
I kind of want to go up and talk to him, but
Go for it.
I don't want to. I don't know what I want to ask or say.
Well, what's the first thing you would say when you walk up to him?
I'd greet him.
He looks up at you,
Bad,
kind of
Dad.
confused, and you hear him.
Yeah, come home.
You speak underspeech or undercommon?
No, I do not.
Undercommon.
Yep. You do not recognize the language.
I do.
You're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You're over by the pool. You see the Skeksie go over and start talking to the old man.
I know common.
Is there anything I can get you fine folks this evening?
I'll have an ale.
No.
Ale? Okay, that'll be 1 gold, please.
I can't
Send it
understand.
to my room.
You got it.
Joe.
You're up to probably like a 15 gold bill at this point for the last few days.
What's wrong with
He
that
doesn't
noise?
speak common, so I don't know.
He's just tickling your
I don't know
finger.
how else to go about that. Shit.
Well, didn't Radiant Boy go over and talk to him earlier?
No.
Well, it was the other guy. That was the business.
Yeah, he went to go talk to
this
Briefcase
is the
Dude,
old
not the
man.
old man.
Has Briefcase Dude put down his briefcase?
No.
It's never more than a foot away from him.
That
Okay.
here is bad.
A foot away is enough room.
Possibly. What are you trying to do?
Make the briefcase invisible.
Okay. So, roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy.
Guess it's not happening. I rolled a 2.
Alright. So you see it disappear. It doesn't appear to be there anymore. And as you're waiting to get a reaction out of him, about 5 minutes later, he reaches down without even looking, grabs his briefcase, stands up, and walks back down to the main house.
Well, shit.
He never even looked at it.
He didn't have to. He knew where it was.
Yep. Salesman always keeps very close track of his stock.
Especially when, they screw up, they're getting fed the things they don't want to get fed to.
Yeah, when one small item that's this big is 10,000 gold. And that's one of the smaller items in the box.
I need it. I need the entire box.
So,
I'll take
I guess I'll wish him a good night and.
I'll take
you don't speak underspeech or undercommon? You don't have, tongues or...
Oh my
I
God.
read language. That's all I have.
Okay.
syrup.
Alright, let me ask you metagame. Do you really want to talk to this guy?
I mean, I'm curious about him because I feel like he knows what's going on with
Okay.
the hot spring.
Then let's go back to your character in the parts that you haven't really visited for a while. Okay?
Wait. No, I could probably make a spell.
You can commune with spirits.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you commune with a spirit, it transcends language.
Yeah. So if I make a spell that's kind of like understand language.
So you're even making it more complicated than you need to. If you can commune with the spirit of a ghost, can you commune with the spirit of a living person?
Yeah.
By forming a...
Bond.
Others said bong.
So
Call me Bond.
did you want to try and... I feel like I'm pulling hen's teeth.
No.
Spectral Bond.
I know exactly what we were getting at. Try to speak to his spirit without.
I want to
Him
speak
being
straight
dead.
to your soul.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking to your soul.
I am the voice inside your head.
She speaks.
Just
Yeah,
give me the
but
case.
that's very invasive, and I don't want to scare him off.
It's up to you if you want to try it.
I mean, I
He
can't
hears a
try
voice in
it.
his head.
All right, roll a wisdom.
Bee syrup.
Wisdom?
Yep.
You don't like bee syrup?
13.
Okay.
Oh.
I get to read. New spell. Would that be a cantrip or an actual spell?
No, that's just a modified version of your current speak with spirits.
Oh.
Instead of talking with the spirit of just a spirit, now you're talking to the spirit of a person.
Oh, okay.
All right. He looks up at you. It has been a long time since I have spoken in this way.
Interesting.
So what can I help you with tonight,
I was just wondering if you knew why...
dear child of Skek?
I was wondering why, if you knew there was this huge miasma, spiritual miasma, around the area.
Do you not know this place?
No. We happened to fall upon here on chance.
Make a charisma roll.
Oh. 10.
Okay. Steve, you're seeing her apparently have a conversation with this old man, but there's not a single word being spoken. Although both of them look like they're talking to each other. And you see it too. So what was your charisma roll?
10.
10? Well, stories like that are probably not for young ears. They never seem to listen or remember them anyway.
If I had my stuff on me, I could do that. I like stories.
A story goes great with a drink.
What would you like?
They will never serve me here. So I don't know what their food is like. Or their drink.
I'll get you the fruit drink I got earlier. It's really good.
That would be appreciated. Make
Wait.
another charisma roll.
Using that dice. Dice did not do
Or
it.
persuasion.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Persuasion, I chose.
That 20's pretty.
He drinks it. This is very good. Ah, yes. Well, I have been here since before this place was a spring. Used to just be a lake with a bit of a waterfall and a cave underneath. Until the original founders of this place came and was a wonderful, nice water ganassi man, and decided he wanted to make a place of rest here, which sounded pretty good. As long as he stayed out of my forest, I didn't care. And then, soon after he built the main place, and she came along.
She?
Oh, this tiefling woman from the Far East, who fell in love with the original founder here, and they fell drastically in love and built up this resort. About 20 years later, suddenly it became a hot spring instead of just a normal, pretty place to bathe that always had clean, fresh water. And, you know, even after they passed, it's always still told about how the spring itself seems to almost be fed by the warmth of the love of those two. So they've always been large families, as you can see. They propagate quite a bit. I don't even know how many children there are at this point. Last I knew, there were at least 24, and those are just the ones that stay. Never mind all the ones that move on. But, yeah, even though you can still feel the heat of their love stemming from the waters below. Or at least that's how they say it's heated.
Do you know how it really is?
Oh, now that is a story I'm not allowed to speak anymore, lass. I'm sorry. Ask around, you might get a few tales, but the true tale is interesting enough.
So are they saying you can't tell it, or are you not wanting to tell it?
And how many questions do you ask that you always answer, dear?
Fair point. Well, I guess I've wasted your time enough.
Oh, I appreciate the drink, dear lass. I can get these old bones up and out of here and make my way back to my hovel. You have a fair night.
You as well.
As he gets up, you're now realizing he's taller than you.
Can I tell what he is?
It's a troll.
Oh.
An ancient, bleached white from being so old. Every joint in his body creaking and making noises as he just quietly gets up and lumbers off into the swamp. And you quickly lose sight of him.
I'll go over to everyone else again. And...
Hey, Mr. Droll.
It's these two. That's all that's left. Everyone
so I
else is
guess
in
I'll
bed.
go over to you two again and be like, that was interesting.
This is the first time you've seen anyone talk and him actually communicate back without just completely ignoring him and turning their back to him.
What'd you talk about? He doesn't talk to anybody.
I asked him a couple questions about this place.
You get anywhere?
Well, I learned a little bit of the history, but I didn't exactly understand how this place went from being a...
Roll wisdom for me, Craig. Roll wisdom for me, Craig.
I'm gonna kind of hush myself. I don't understand how this place went from being a normal bathing place to a hot spring. He wouldn't tell me that story.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he's a decent fellow. Very kind.
For a troll.
For a troll. An ancient elder troll.
Not many of them make that.
Alright, so are you guys heading back to the cottage?
Yeah, at this point I'll head back to the cottage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you have your own room.
Yep.
Alright. So, so you head back and you go to bed, right?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, all four of you have your own rooms. Okay, except for you, that just slept in the common area. The couch is more comfortable to you at this point, probably from all your escapades. So, Greg, you passed out drunk.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I said you woke up and you see that pile of charred goo in front of you and such. Yeah. When you woke up with a start. And it takes you a few moments to realize that you're in some kind of stone tub. And then the dream that you just had starts flashing back to you. You know when you have those dreams and you can't remember it when you wake up, but then it just keeps flashing in pieces for like the next day or so. And all you can picture is flame in a cage. And dripping water. Threatening to put it out.
Not good.
It's terrifying.
Not good.
What?
Ooh.
So,
They're heating this
do you get
place up
freaked
with
out
steam.
or what?
Yeah, I think I'd be a little freaked out by that.
Okay, so what would your reaction be? When all of a sudden you get this image of a flame that's in a cage with water dripping on the cage.
I could probably picture you just like getting up and screaming.
Just let out a little shout.
All right, so everyone except for you, because you're in the other building.
Yep.
Make a perception roll. You with advantage because of...
I rolled a 25.
Didn't
16.
need that.
24?
Steven?
5.
Okay. Steven sleeps right through it. Doesn't hear a thing. All of you wake up suddenly to hear the kobold scream.
Can I go check on him?
Yeah, I'll probably.
He seems perfectly fine in his pile of ash
Wow.
and
I'm
burnt
not using
vomit,
Vomit.
except his eyes are huge and he looks visibly upset.
Can I use my spirit command to basically cast calm emotions on him to calm him down?
Calm the spirit?
Yeah, to
Okay.
calm him down and see what's wrong.
Alright, do you resist?
I don't think I'm too focused on.
You feel calmer, but you can't get that image out of your mind.
And I'm gonna ask, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, but I saw it was a fire, and it was in a cage, and it was gonna go out, and it was, I don't know what happened, but
Can I roll an
Don't like
intelligence check?
For...
The story I was told last night, and he wouldn't tell me what's heating this place when I asked. Connections, basically. See if I can put two and two
Okay.
together. 9.
Some type of living fire could probably heat this place. You've already found out that the daughters were
In love with the water.
or
gun also.
pyros.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
pyros.
And there's people that are doing pyromantic primal as well as
So it makes
hydromantic primal.
Sense.
And this family's been here for the last couple hundred years.
So I'm guessing he's awake. Or did he just ignore it?
No, I got up and I saw what happened, but the kobold's not about to burn the place down, so it doesn't really need to do anything.
Everything else seems fine. He's just freaked out. Okay, are you guys going back to bed, or do you want to do anything?
Well, it's morning now, so
No, it's still middle of the night.
Oh.
Middle of the night.
So I guess I'll kind of just... is he, like, on fire?
No.
I'm just gonna kind of gently pat him and be like, it's okay, it was just a dream. Go back to sleep.
but the fire was gonna water was gonna go on it. It was gonna go out.
Sleep.
But like water and fire don't mix.
You're drunk, fire. Go home.
What, are you trying to cast a sleep on him by dominating his soul or something?
Maybe.
To sleep?
I mean, peacefully I was
Smack
trying
head,
to do
go to
that. I was trying to
The snack head to unconsciousness is funnier looking, in my opinion.
Go to sleep. Press him. Sleep. Collapse.
Well, for a 7-foot tall Skeksy with like a hand that's probably bigger than his head.
A slab would probably break him.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of gonna go, just sleep.
Sleep.
Passively just go, it's okay, just go back to sleep.
Alright, so y'all going back to bed?
Yeah.
I take another quick perception check just to make sure there's nothing else in the area that could have caused this. Check the windows, check the perimeter.
Okay.
Usual spy stuff. 21.
Everyone is in bed at this point. The lights are off in each of the cottages. Okay. There's only a single lantern lit at the entrance of the inn itself, because all the other rooms are dark. And you can see a soft glow coming from the main meeting room. Everything else is pitch black. Those torches that you looked at earlier, okay, when you went up, did any of you want to take another look at them to get an idea of what was going on with them?
Yeah.
Okay. In each of those little pedestals was put this like white piece of like stone or something, and after it was there for a little while, it started to glow brightly and slowly burn off that way. You still haven't seen Nick, Knack, or Burke. You're not sure where they are. And so these torches didn't actually burn. They just glow brightly. But those are even out at this point. So it's completely dark.
I have night vision.
And that's why with that 21, you see the proprietress that you saw earlier.
The Titan female?
Yeah. Come out the back door, go over and disappear into the cliff wall next to a couple bushes.
They're all sleeping, and I'm trying not to cause trouble.
Well, my character just don't stand him in the bathroom.
So you're still awake?
Yeah.
Casually mention the proprietor's headed up to the cliff face.
Or into the cliff face.
I say up to the cliff face.
You wanna go check it out?
No. I'm not gonna enrage Taurine over whatever the heck she's doing out there.
Okay, so you just leave it be?
I'll head back to bed.
Okay. Morning comes, you wake up fully rested, a little bit of a hangover. Okay. Shortly before breakfast, one of the young girl that met you when you first came down the road comes knocking at the door. Good evening. Good morning. Good morning. This is your wake-up call. Are you there?
I go and open the door.
Oh, good. It's nice to see you. So you have the cottage until this afternoon, and I've brought you the bill as requested for your repairs.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you can just take care of this at the front desk when you have a chance, breakfast will be served in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. And she skips off.
Close the door.
Can I make a check? Because we haven't seen Burke, Nick, Whack, or...
The character's gonna walk over to the nearest table and just set it down. Something to weigh it down so it doesn't like float away.
Did you even look at it?
I'm gonna look at it.
You look at it? 28 gold.
I got
And it's
that.
itemized. Okay. 3 gold for a dragon breath margarita. Okay. 20 gold for repairs to the storehouse. Okay. And 5 gold for lost articles that were destroyed when it came through the roof.
Okay. That's not too bad.
No?
My character's gonna go up to the bathroom that's in the cottage then. You're not still in there, right?
No,
Yeah.
he's still in there.
You're still in the bathtub.
She knocked me out.
Fell back to
I
sleep.
just said sleep. I did the Jedi mind trick. Just sleep.
And I'm guessing he's not awake, right?
He's half awake. Still muttering, caged, fire,
I'm gonna walk up to him.
wet, bad.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey Rek, can you wake up?
So I'll poke my head up a little bit.
I just picture this.
Poke my head out of the tub.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Are you still using that as a sleeping area?
Not anymore.
Can I use it?
Sure. I just hop out.
Okay.
Leave.
Alright, so let's just fast forward. You guys get breakfast. At breakfast, you also find out that there's a ferry leaving just after breakfast to go down to the port. If you want to take that. Otherwise, your raft is back up into working order, and they can help you put it back into the river. If you want.
We could also sell it off for some money.
No.
Why? Wouldn't the ferry make more sense?
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to take the raft once we stop at the port city. We're probably gonna be going on dry land.
I'm not gonna sell it because I could shrink it down to a more carryable size.
So now that it's the next day, now you can do a check to see if you can get a seed for your
Nature?
raft. Yep.
What's survival?
Nature, and it's going to be a DC 16.
Wouldn't perception also be added too?
6.
You can't find a seed for your raft. So you see them at breakfast again. If you decide to join them or not, it's up to you. As they're talking about going down to the port city, where you came up from.
So when you guys leaving down to the port?
Probably as soon as... We're probably gonna head on the ferry.
The ferry leaves just before noon.
And your boat.
We could take our boat, but the ferry would be more convenient because we're gonna be going on land off the boat. We could probably sell off the boat for some money.
Probably not going to sell nothing here.
We're gonna
I
pop
talked about the boat that I made when I'm gonna sell it. If anything, when we get to land, I can attach some wheels to it and it could be pulled by pump.
There you go. Get your own cart and wagon. Won't get very far very fast, but...
Or have thruster.
Well, I could wound growth Punk to be like double his size. He'd be strong enough to pull it then.
Could also build another raft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took 12 hours and I did the first one by myself. I'm not gonna do that again.
Wasn't
So see,
that
next
bad.
time you should do it in 6.
Boat growth. New spell.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do before the ferry leaves? Anything?
Can I use my spell?
I want to steal that briefcase.
If you're taking the ferry, you're gonna try and steal the briefcase?
No.
Please don't.
I want to, but
Or if my Kendi was here, he
There's
was trying to
different
help
ways
you.
to do it. Just get me to go on a walk in the woods. Walk in the woods. Once we get outside of the property, once we technically aren't followed on the rules of the things, then you can do what you wish. But just you gotta follow the rules. Not close to the property. You can't steal
No
something.
one can't see shit.
Can I use my
I mean, getting you to walk away is something I should try to do.
but
to and add like more
would
spell points into it to
require
make
that
it
he would be
more
not staying
carryable?
there
Yeah.
to still do business.
Well, if you talk to me, maybe I can get him to walk down the road for a few minutes.
Well,
And
it's one spell point in order to make it a ungrowth instead of regrowth, right?
I already have a spell of ungrowth. I used it 2 out of the 5 times.
Okay.
So if I use it 3 more times, it could be a cantrip.
So if you're casting it once to bring it down to half the size, I would say it's going to be twice the spell cost in order to bring it down to half from that size, and then twice that spell cost to bring it down half from that size.
So if you put 4 spell points in,
So if it's 2 spell points now for ungrowth,
so 6.
Spell of ungrowth, they're like 3 spell points.
okay, so it's 3 now. If you wanted to bring it from the 7.5 foot, from the 15 foot down to 7.5 foot, that's the 3 spell points. To bring it from the 7.5 foot down to 3.75 feet, then that would be 6 more spell points, double the cost.
So if she wanted to make
And
it
then
a
if you wanted to
keychain-
bring it down to basically 2 foot,
No, the
At that
3 foot
point.
would be fine.
then that would be another 12 spell points because it's double that cost. And if you wanted to make it a foot by a foot at that point, then that would be 24 on top of that.
No, I just want to
it
make
costs you a lot less to build a new one with spell points.
Right?
It would. See, it's not worth
Can I
keeping
look
it.
again for another?
I let you make one nature check, and
Okay.
as you stated multiple times, and corrected me on multiple times, okay, this is actually multiple trees lashed together with vines.
Yeah,
So it's not just one plant. It's a collection of plants.
yeah.
It'd just be easier to spend.
So
6
the real question, I guess, is this point then is if you're not hanging out at the hot spring and you're trying to get down to the port, are you taking your raft or are you taking the ferry?
I vote ferry.
Okay. A little bit of research will tell you the ferry is going to cost 20 silver per person plus 50 silver per mount.
Yeah.
At that point, it would just be easier to take the pontoon. Because then it doesn't cost anything.
That's kind of the question and issue here.
Yeah.
Ferries are not going to be free. Welcome to civilization. Nothing is free anymore. You're used to the boonies, you're used to the woods, you're used to the backcountry. The few times you've been in civilization, you've either been kept away from civilization or it wasn't really that civilized. Now you're entering the civilized world. This is your first time at a 5-star resort. Okay? And it was pretty cheap overall. Okay? You're in the middle of a main shipping route where you already, as soon as you woke up, there was already barges going up and down that river, fully stocked with goods. Okay, and these are barges bigger than any of the that you've been on before.
Guess it would just be easier to pick just
So-
pick your own.
Yeah, don't expect
Cheaper.
anything free at this point.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
Plus, if we take it to the port, we could then sell it.
See, we're gonna be
Everyone
traveling-
wants to sell your shit.
Well,
Yeah.
think about it. We're
Well,
gonna
it's
be
also
traveling-
not exactly even cart size. By the way the dimensions are, it's huge. Even if you've added wheels to it, it's still not going to be very maneuverable in a forest.
So,
Or swamp.
Or
as you
swamp.
guys are discussing your options standing there next to your raft, okay, this couple comes up to you. Oh, well, hello there. So, I am Mr. Glimpleshine, and I've been admiring your fine piece of artwork here. It seemed smaller yesterday.
Yeah,
This is even better.
yeah, this is its original size.
Oh,
I shrunk it down.
fantastic. So, where did you get this fine work of art? I would love to pick one up for my business.
I created it.
How much would it be to order one? Or to purchase it?
It took
I will buy this off you right now for 5,000 gold. No questions asked. And I hear that you're still talking about going down to the port, correct? That's my next spot. Okay. We can all go down there. I'll ride with you. And if you'll set it to me for the 2,000 gold, then I'll take it at that.
Did you say 5,000 before?
I'd be willing to do 5,000, yes. Yes.
I'm gonna speak up. 8,000 and it's yours.
Excuse me, you did not make it.
I would not be able to spend 8,000 until I had my shipwrights properly check it out to make sure it was seaworthy.
5,000 is fair enough for it.
5,000 on the spot I'm willing to do.
That's fair.
And so you still want to go down to the port and we'd all go together then, and
Yeah.
I'll pay you when we get there as a final exchange? Does that sound favorable to you? If not, then I won't do it. I won't
That
do it. I
sounds
won't do it.
fair.
I can't do it.
And how about
But if I don't
this?
do it, then my wife will be upset. She fell in love with it. She loves the flowers and the dimples, and
Okay.
and I know we're supposed to go up north above the cliff because our ancestors. We're going to hunt our ancestors.
So did you want to buy it or not?
Oh, sorry. Yes. 5,000. 2,000.
5,000.
5,000. Yes, I will pay you 5,000 gold upon delivery down in the port.
And how about this? Since you're gonna be coming with us and you want to buy it,
Yeah.
why don't you be the one to, like, sail it down?
You let me drive it? I get to drive it? I get to like push the lever thingy and make it go like left and right.
Well,
And
it's a test drive if you want to buy it.
I've
It
never
only
driven
makes
the raft. They
sense.
never let me drive it before.
That's not a good idea, though.
This is gonna be so much fun. But then we're gonna have to come back up here so I can hunt my ancestors.
Guy is very.
Okay. You guys, not you, but the rest of you, you're looking at this guy, and remember when you turned down the rapids? It's a humanoid version of one of those freaking creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't take too much to figure out the fact that he's on a hunting trip to go and try and find those things.
We saw those things on our way here.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yes.
Majestic. Beautiful.
Scary.
Massage. Do you have?
We're going to hunt them. I'm going to get one, stuff
Yeah,
it,
paper.
put it in my living room,
So I
and then
can
I can
make
say,
receipt for the
here is my
pizza.
great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Call it
preserved.
my forging.
I like
Guy.
this guy.
Hand it to you.
I like moving that.
That's funny.
Maybe put a little hat on him.
Has to be a top hat.
I don't know. I was looking at like this wide brimmed hat. My wife likes this flowery one, wants me to get all feminine, but I don't know.
You
You're
can switch the
smoking pipe.
hats out each week.
That's an idea.
Or 2 hats.
So I'm just. Jasmine got a piece of paper from him, so she's just gonna write a receipt up real quick that she's selling her woodcrafted bow for 5,000 to this guy's name.
Nope,
Two.
we'll have to draw the right paperwork.
Yeah.
Anything over 2,000 gold, I have to do the right paperwork for. So, and he pulls out perfectly printed. You've seen these before. High-end guild printed contracts that are preset. You just write in the amount, write in the terms, sign it, and there's even a sigil on it that you can do a blood seal with them. And this one is set up for a full blood seal.
It would have to be 50
And that's insurance,
because 100
basically.
pieces of
Yeah.
gold. It's worth
Yep.
gold.
So, and he quickly fills it out, 5,000 gold, signs it, puts his bloody fingerprint on the seal, and hands it to you. It is a deal. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She'll
Yes.
do the blood thing too, I guess.
Yeah.
You have sharp claws?
Yeah.
She'll bite her finger.
That works. I was
Thorn.
gonna offer you my hand and use my claws to do it, but that
The
works.
sharp edge of her armor.
That works too.
Alright.
It's actually more badass, actually.
Okay, yeah, you sign it in your own blood. This is fantastic! I wonder if we can... Does it I don't see sails. You just push along, or does it have one of those...
I'm gonna show him to the rudder pin in the back.
Yeah, that steers it. I've heard of that. Does it have the push, go faster, push, not go back?
There was supposed to be.
Oars?
Oars are too hard. No, push. I don't know what they call it back in the port. But some of the bigger ships have them, and he points out at a barge as you see it going by, and you see there's this large tube on the side of it that seems to be pushing water through it.
I don't know what that is.
Would I have read up on that? On my...
This is technology that has not made it to Foxfield. You are way too far behind the times.
Oh, look at him! Can you explain that?
That's a bit too advanced.
Being in that I work with Tori and I
History
should
check?
know.
See how well you could explain it.
Nat 20.
Okay, you know that these are created by a highly specialized group down at Gretel's Ironworks. They are one of the most prized and sought after because it takes them about 2 or 3 months to make one. They are enchanted steel tubes that will project water through it for up to 12 hours at incredibly high rates of speed, able to propel boats across oceans without sails. Basically, think of it like basically a propeller, only it's a tube that you have to empower.
Huh. Yep, it's a propulsion device from the metal steelworkers. Propulsion device made from the steelworkers.
Yes, Gretik makes. That's right. Gretik push tube. I don't know. His son's here.
It sounds like they have a lot of cool
Yep. Oh, that would be the black. Is that the dwarf? Would I have gotten that racially? Yeah, okay.
It's not that hard to put together. You've heard of the Gritiks. They're a famous company of Duga dwarves, which are deep dwarves, known for their black and ashy skin, who are apparently make fine ironworks. They're very industrial. So when shall we leave? When shall we leave?
Well,
My wife will probably stay here because I'll be right back. Wonder if I can get them to have one ready for me to put it on there then. He's not really paying attention to you, but he is waiting for an answer.
we were planning to leave this afternoon.
This afternoon
At
sounds
least I was,
fantastic.
yeah.
So, should we leave before lunch or after lunch? Should we have lunch here? Should we have lunch back at my office? My office. Oh, I could have them cater a full lunch for us. Shall we have lunch at my office when we arrive?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Sounds agreeable.
Okay, all right. That sounds like a deal.
I'm surprised no one's squeamish about what I am here. That's metagaming me.
No. And I'm so glad to see you've kept your skek in check.
What?
You had to say something. It's nice to see Skek not trying to eat everyone.
Yeah, she...
Or talk incessantly about stupidity.
Oh yeah, no, she's not like other Skeks.
Well trained. Fantastic!
Yeah.
She for sale too?
No. She grew up in my family, she's like a sister to me, so she's not for
Do we
sale.
have to be so hasty?
Shut up!
I step back.
Whopper.
For,
800 platinum.
What skills do you have?
She's a scholar.
1 million gold pieces,
Please
please.
shut up!
I will give you,
platinum.
if she is a scholar and anywhere near skilled and as well behaved as she is,
She's my teacher.
I will give you 10,000 gold for her on the spot, and I will
Not for
give
sale.
her a wage of 100 gold per year.
Not for sale.
100 gold.
Not for
per
sale.
year.
10,000.
10,000 platinum.
Gold.
Oh, I was gonna say, if we said platinum, I'd be like, time up.
I'm just gonna kind of go behind her and be like, I don't want to be sold!
It's okay.
I don't want to get sold off.
I'm sorry.
You don't know
I'm
what
sorry,
you're
sir.
sold.
She's not for sale.
You heard
Well, at least I got a
Skeksies.
boat. Very pretty boat. Wife is gonna love it.
It has a little housing.
I saw that. Very nice. Gonna have to get cushions and pillows.
Pillows.
Pillows. Fluffy pillows.
I like this guy.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't know why.
He just
Because he
tried to
wants to buy you. Might have a little something to do with
Do you
it.
have anything else? I love artwork. Eclectic. Different.
What would
Macabre.
What about a giant rainbow?
I saw that giant rainbow dick. That was fantastic. A physical one of those. My wife would probably love that more than me. Not a good idea. But a great artwork.
Build one to live in.
Especially if it glows. Can you imagine a room illuminated by a glowing rainbow deek?
Never get it out of your way.
Dick whip.
Dick whip.
That might not be good. I have a charm roll enough getting it in there to begin with.
Oh, poor Hippo Man jokes. I feel bad for the guy. So,
Alright. So then I shall make arrangements. So I shall get everything together for the trip. So it's usually about 2 or 3 hours to get down there. So we'll be down there by mid-afternoon. I will send message to have lunch ready. Any special requests? Sweets. Okay. Sweets. Anything else?
we're gonna
Something hot.
Hot. How hot?
How hot are we talking?
You can probably eat lava.
Last week we got a shipment.
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 I'm gonna keep that now. And in the shipment, we got these new peppers.
Oh no,
Okay.
ghost peppers.
We have yet to have anyone that can eat more than 2.
California.
We have a bet going on in the office. If you can eat 3, I will give you 3 platinum.
I
Take
accept
it.
your challenge.
We'll do it at the office. It'll be fantastic.
I don't know.
Fantastic.
I might get in on that one.
I'm playing on it.
At last.
Mike, I'm like,
opponent.
how can I do this? You want to eat another pepper? Just so I can fuck with them. You keep wanting to eat more. There's one right there. Just go eat it.
He's gonna give you another platinum
Walk
for each
up,
one.
tap him on the side. You want to eat another pepper? What's he at? 4, 5.
He eats it.
You want to eat another
feel
one?
nice and toasty, and then
It's a different kind of hot.
But do you mention these weren't actually peppers? These are pieces and fragments of Ilfrit that they just had. They just got confused by it. Turns out into a demon. Oh shit.
So, then we say, what, 2 hours and we get going, right?
We're gonna
Agreeable.
be traveling with our mounts. Is that all?
Yeah, and henchmen.
And henchmen.
Yeah, where are our
Where
henchmen?
are they?
There's gonna be a lot of people on that.
You have servants.
party.
Okay, no problem. Your servants are probably over the servants' quarters. They have much better parties there.
That would explain where they went.
Aye. Especially if they take care of the mounts.
Okay.
Interesting animals there.
The giant skunk.
I think you
Giant
might be thinking
skunk?
more than
Yeah, my
more
dairy
bound.
skunk.
I've never seen a giant skunk.
Do you want to meet
Smells
him?
like wildflowers.
How much?
buy him.
No.
Oh,
5
Sell the
What about a
land
grand
raven.
raven?
whole flat.
Why
ground
sell
raven,
them? We'll
ground
eat them.
raven.
Give me like 2 hours and I have that ready.
What color? Because the color makes a difference.
Black.
We don't have a blue one yet.
It's a blackish blue. It's a dark blue.
No, we have 7 black.
It's a dark blue.
But they are tasty.
Mm.
Very tasty.
I thought it was just straight blue.
Succulent.
Hold on.
I look forward to trying one day. Sooner rather than later.
I shall have some brats for our dinner. How's that sound?
Excellent.
Ground
No.
raven.
But not your raven.
Okay,
Different
any
ground
other
raven.
requests?
No, I'm good with ground raven.
Actually,
No.
it is a navy blue.
Would you like to try skek?
No.
Cannibal.
I would not like to eat my own kind.
Oh.
It's not worth it.
Okay. So, no Skek hors d'oeuvres. Got it. Most Skek visitors that I have prefer them.
I'm just gonna take my foot, put it up, and just hide behind her.
Oh, sweet. She's so shy. 15,000 gold.
No.
Well, you know, that's a pretty
That's
good
a lot of
idea.
money.
That's me just being like, I don't crave death. I'm just gonna hide and become
I'm trying
tiny.
to kill you. If I'm trying to kill you, then I'd have a problem with it too. But he's offering a legitimate business deal.
15
I'd see no
plat?
issue with it.
Doubt your ability to
50
escape.
that plat, I'd
No, that's 150 plat.
Skin the hippo.
It's 150 plat.
About telling her.
Me
she's not
putting
for
up my
sale.
hood was me just being, oh god, I need a dark space right now.
Well,
because
then, if
I'm
we are all
scared.
done for our talk at the moment. Oh, yes, my wife is pissed. I have to go see her.
No.
I will be back in 2 hour, 3 hour,
2 hours.
2 hour. Okay, and he looks down at his at his wrist, and you've seen pocket watches. You've seen pocket watches. You may have.
We don't know what they are.
He has some kind of mechanical thing on his wrist that's shiny and gem encrusted all over, with like a band of all these beautiful gems
So
and
it's
rubies.
like a Rolex watch.
Yeah. Okay. You also see each of his fat fingers have like 3 rings on each one that are all pretty much exactly what you saw in that case the night before.
Sounds like a lot of material thing.
So I shall return. 2 hours.
You shall.
As he lumbers off.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Fee. I'm gonna look at you and be like, I'm scared. I don't want to be sold off.
I told him you're not for sale.
I have a
For
feeling
now,
that
depends
that's-
on the value that he goes up to.
It keeps going up. Tempting.
I mean,
Yeah, could always
I'm gonna hide behind you and
escape
be like,
after we get the money.
Try to prove to us that you're worth more than that.
that was just low. It doesn't take you long to find Nick, Knack, and Burke. They are over at the stables. Burke is still wasted. Okay. Nick and Knack are also 3 sheets to the wind. No, they're all perfectly fine. There's 2 young women that are 2 of the young tieflings are brushing out the skunk, talking to it, feeding it bits of meat, so it's happy as hell. You got a couple of people that are looking at the scorpion, licking their lips. The wolves are asleep, and the moorbounder, you don't see it.
Do I see Whack?
Yep.
I'm gonna go up to Nick, Knack, Whack, and Burke.
Both the gate. Burke.
I'm gonna go up to my ground raven.
Okay. So, we're gonna be leaving in 2 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Nick picks right up. 2 hours. Okay, we got
So you might want to
shit.
try.
Okay, this
So
might
weird
be
up a
gross,
bit.
but I have an idea. I'm gonna walk over to those 2. And I'm going to use,
And as you walk over, Nick fumbles with something around his neck. And all of a sudden, he's bright-eyed, cherry-eyed. Okay, boss, I'm all set to go. I'll have the mounts all ready for you, loaded up on it. Do you need me to have it pushed into the river, or are they going to be doing it?
I'll admit it.
Could you maybe push it into the river?
No problem. I'll have the mounts help me do it.
Cocaine gem.
Just make sure that it doesn't like float anywhere, please.
No. We'll make sure it's well secured.
This is the last ride on the pontoon.
The last ride?
Yeah.
Are we being fired?
No, I just sold the pontoon, so when we get to our destination, we won't have it anymore.
Oh. I thought you were firing me.
Why would I fire you? You're
I don't know. Because all I do is hang out with your animals.
That
take care
makes
of
me.
the
That makes you
animals.
useful.
That still makes you worth at least 15,000 gold. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I needed a comparison to go with.
You're still working.
The next
so.
time something goes to attack you, I won't shoot it for you.
Okay.
Um,
I'm surprised, honestly. You see what I've done in character. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
it's
you
up
won't
to you.
let me die or help me die.
Okay, watch what happens.
pretty gems. I got so many cool things for pretty gems. Okay, and who all went with her to go? Everyone?
Yeah. basically.
Okay. Perception check. Perception check.
You're deciding what I gotta do.
Yeah, bud.
30-20.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
What do I get
So-
to do?
The two of you, you'll understand why in a moment. Okay. You're looking at him, and he's like, "See all the pretties they gave me? He traded me this one here because it's really pretty. I like this big one. See how big this crystal is? And you can see through it. It's like, yeah, you're big."
Isn't that the one you were trying to get?
Maybe.
And he just wanted a handful of my gems. Can you believe it? Tell me. This is so much better than that handful of gems. Are we leaving?
In 2 hours.
Wait, what? Fired?
No.
Fuck. Oh, we're not fired? Oh. Okay. Oh well.
Taboo.
Yeah, okay. And Burke is snoring.
I'm gonna look at Rack. Rack?
Huh? Yeah.
Where's your moorbounder?
He's out hunting. No worries. He's out hunting.
No one on the resort, right?
No. No, if we're going to city, he's going to be pain in ass in city. Last time I bring him to city, he ate 4 guards.
If you want, I can
not
fix
bad.
that for
Not
you,
good.
So you won't have to deal with that.
No problem. He run around in swamp, have fun. When I need him, I call him, he come. And I need him, I call him, he come. And he starts petting a tooth on his shoulder.
So I was gonna say that I could shrink him down to like the size of a house cat.
Yeah, no, he need to be big.
He's got it.
We do it the right way. All right, so anything else you guys want to do before you leave?
What? I didn't get to roll for anything?
No.
Oh.
Okay, you can see that he has something horribly bright and shiny. You didn't see him look at it. The only reason I let him make it is because he would be able to get an idea of its value. So now he sees that Burke has, Knack has something that's worth about 10,000 gold that he traded some gems for because it was pretty.
That's Knack.
Let me go over to my ground raven then and
Yeah.
give it some food.
Okay, make an animal handling.
Oh yeah, I rolled a
Use his
17.
fingers.
Yeah, so you recognize it. It's what you were looking at last night.
Okay.
14?
Okay. Your ground raven seems to be cuddling up to you a little bit better, a little bit happier with you.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry.
Eats from your hand and only slightly scratches it.
I'm sorry I ignored you.
Are you using speak with animals?
Yeah.
Masters always ignore. Masters never come. Nick, my new master. I shall follow Nick and do well. Maybe I help you too. You're not too bad.
Just gonna kind of like scratch him a bit.
Go to the right. A little bit lower. Lower. Oh, yeah.
Get the spot he wants.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I can't do coo sounds. Yeah, I can't do coo sounds. All right, so we'll take a break here then. We'll order something for dinner. And head on to the port with the crazy guy.
Crazy people guy.
I like
Because that just sounds
Very
like a
rich
perfect
crazy
idea.
guy.
Being said.